There are two types of people in this world.
Those who love Led Zeppelin.
And those who listen to Rob Thomas. Oh my God. And today, we're going to talk a little bit about Led Zeppelin and their relationship to the Modes, because this is Modes with Friends. Right?
Absolutely, yes.
Ian, take it away. Why don't we start out a little bit?
That's me.
Do you want to start about our relationship with Led Zeppelin, first of all?
Yeah. I mean, we both love Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, so, we've been teaching, we've got a teaching studio here.
We have
We've been doing it for a long time.
Yep, working together.
And every student who walks through that door,
no matter what,
gender, creed, race, age, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
They're going to learn Led Zeppelin.
They're going to learn Led Zeppelin.
Whether they want to or not, it does not matter.
And the one thing that does crush my soul is when I ask people, have you heard of Led Zeppelin? And the response I get is this verbatim: no, who is he?
Oh my God.
And that kills me.
Or they'll start naming the pour some sugar on me guys. Like, no. God, yeah.
Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not out there, your favorite guitar players have been influenced by Led Zeppelin. Jimmy Page, Robert Plant, John Bonham, John Paul Jones, they all had they still have their magical fingers reaching out to every guitar player through the teachers that teach them. It is so important. I teach so many Led Zeppelin riffs to show people like how to think, where the stuff comes from.
Everyone goes through a phase. All guitar players go through, because they're so accessible. The music is accessible, which means it's not like Rush or something. It's not like you can pick up a guitar like 2 months and start playing Rush songs.
Yeah,
you know
true.
what I mean? But you can start playing Zeppelin songs from day one. That's why they're a great band to talk about when teaching.
Also, and just listening to John Bonham, on any song is unreal. So, we're gonna Modes of Friends. We're really gonna dissect Led Zeppelin and their approach to songwriting with modes in mind.
We're each going to take a song, a riff, and we're just going to kind of break it down. Show how it's done.
Absolutely.
So please start us off.
All right.
Give me your favorite Led Zeppelin.
Well, my favorite. Really? I think that the most important Led Zeppelin song by far is "Good Times, Bad Times." They have a whole category of things, but it's song number one on album number one.
The Birth.
Yeah, The Birth. Like, they put the record needle on the record. What they hear?
Oh my God. And
it's like, get ready. What's happening
get
right
ready,
now?
Planet Earth.
Yeah, here comes Led Zeppelin. So we're going to analyze Good Times, Bad Times, because it's just, it was their best foot forward in kind of cracking the realm of music that existed at that time. Sure. So here's the riff really quickly. I can sit and play it for you, but if you guys don't know it, listen to it. But we have this riff here. Over and over again. I'm not going to bore you with it, but we're going to study that riff today. So really quickly, it starts on an E major chord, 7th fret here, and a 9th fret bar. And it happens a couple of times. John Bonham comes in with this wicked awesomeness, and then it slides down to a D chord. And this is where the magic begins. So we have an E and a D. And right now, back when I was 13, 12 years old, learned this, I had no care in the world what was really happening. I just wanted to play it. But now that we're older, I really want to start analyzing what's happening. So right now, I have this E to a D, and I'm thinking, okay, E major, D major, that smells like, believe it or not, the key of A, right?
Like, if you fit it diatonically, however you want to look at it, it has to be.
It has to be.
Right? The D being the 4, the D being the 5, you backwards engineer that to A, B, C, D.
And E, because the 1, 4, and 5 are the major chords. So, and any song, if you have 2 major chords separated by 2 frets, it's usually the 4 and 5.
That's an excellent way to find out what key you're in.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, like 5, 4, 1. Awesome. So I'm thinking key of A. So let's keep on going and digging into this. So we have this E, boom, ba, 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 ba. We have this D arpeggio. We have this just a straight up. I'll move my hand so you see it. This, if I can't screw it up. That's a D major chord broken into its pieces. Then this great little accent. And that, again, is just the 1, 3, 5 of D. Just D, dum, dum. And then we have this magical note here. So we're going to take a break and talk about that note. What the heck is that note?
That's the note that kind of catches you. Like,
yeah.
What is that?
Boom, ba, 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 boom. Boom. All right, so that note. Now, here's where Modes of Friends is going to help you out tremendously. This note, if I'm in the key of A and I look at this related to the A somehow, it becomes the major third of the A chord. Right here, here's your A, 1, 2, 3, major third. So now we have this creeping suspicion that we're in the key of E, A, excuse me. And there's that major third of the A. We climb up chromatically in that little blue scale type thing and back to E. So now my brain's really going. I'm saying, well, we have E's, D's, and A's. We have an E bass chord, we have a D bass chord riff, and then we're landing on the major third of the A, and then it snaps. He wrote it in E mixolydian. E mixolydian. Now, how we get to that? Well, the 1 is Ionian, And the 5 chord is the Mixolydian. So really, even though E is home, A being the key, E Mixolydian is where this riff was born from. This is how he kind of walked his way through this riff. Whether he did it knowingly with theory or heard in his head, this is an E Mixolydian riff, starting on the 5 of A, working down to the 4, touching the 1, coming back up to the E.
And a great way to think of this is kind of how we talk about context and putting things in context. If you try to end that riff on an A major, let's try it. Right?
Let's see.
That's not the resolution.
No, it's not the resolution.
But that's the 1 chord.
It's the 1 chord.
So a lot of people would think the resolution has to be there. It's not. There are different types of resolution. This being a great example of Mixolydian being showcased because that is where boom, it's done.
The 5 is home, and what a tight riff. And just just in case, I know that we're gonna do your song in a second, but just a little experiment for you guys. E chord, E chord, D chord, and you can use this A major or A Mixolydian scale. No, A major scale. Pardon me. And if you can go at home and combine any of those things and come up with your own riff, like. Start sounding like the
modal player.
Yeah, the original version of Led Zeppelin, which nobody liked, and then
exactly. Then you improved it.
Exactly.
Well done. Good job, man.
Job. All right, well there you go. E Mixolydian is home for Good Times, Bad Times, and now over to Sean.
We're going to maybe a less heralded song in the Zeppelin canon.
Yeah.
4 Sticks.
Ooh. You gotta stop me. I'm not gonna stop this. I love this. Okay.
All right, cool.
Okay.
All right, so if you don't know what it sounds like, the main riff is like this. So nasty, so tasty, awesome.
Gosh.
I mean, this is John Bonham at his finest, honestly.
Oh my God.
Kind of Jimmy just supporting John, but whatever.
Yeah,
let's look at this right now. So we've got. So I'm starting on 4A, 5A, 7A, down the string to 5D, and I'm kind of just rocking that, right?
Yeah.
Now, as we talked about in other videos, if I just thought of this strictly as a shape, and I kind of played through the shape, you would think, I'm starting on a C sharp.
Yep.
You would think this is a C sharp Locrian, right? Because I have a 1, a flat 3rd, a flat 2.
Based on those standalone shapes, absolutely, that's what we would think.
Right?
Yeah.
Because and it has the flat 5, so you could think it starts out as Phrygian. No, it's got a flat 2 and a flat 5.
Oh yeah. Phrygian,
right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking this could be a Locrian, whatever.
Locrian, yeah.
But
sure.
I don't perceive it as being Locrian
No.
because it has such a propulsion to it,
Oh yeah.
Like this could never end, over and over and over. Also with the time signature, it's kind of like the modal arrangement with it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, right. So it's being an odd time signature is kind of going back and forth, and it's kind of giving this thing where it's like it's never done, it's never resolved until you go.
Oh.
Right. So what is this? This is an A.
It is.
Right now. So if I think of a Mixolydian.
Oh. I hear something.
Right? You can kind of hear where this is coming from. So here's my root again.
Yes.
And then instead of thinking of Locrian as flat 2, I'm thinking of Mixolydian 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, flat 7.
Flat 7.
Right? So the reason I think this is a Mixolydian is because this is going forward over and over and over. Where's my A at? I need to hear it. And then I get to the A. And then it's like, all right, it makes sense now,
Boom.
right?
Yes.
And then I go back down, right? And the interesting thing about this, which we were talking about, is so then we go to an A to a G.
Now, how do you want to address this issue, Sean?
Because here's how I want to address it. We're going to talk about numbers, right? Just like we did in the other one. When we see 2 major chords right next to each other, it's a great indicator of what key you're in.
True.
Thinking the higher pitched one has to be the 5, the lower one is a 4, right? But because what is special about Mixolydian?
The flat 7.
The flat 7,
Yes.
right? So if you think of a flat 7, you can count up to a flat 7, or you can just go backwards 2 frets.
Oh.
Okay? And this is where the genius of Jimmy Page takes over once again.
Yes.
He kind of is setting us up with this Mixolydian thing, so he's already like sprinkling some flat 7 Mixolydian magic on you, right? And then he resolves you, and then he moves that down a flat 7, right?
Unbelievable.
Which you can think of it as a 5 to a 4.
In the key of D.
But you could also think of using a 4 as a flat 7 of a 5, Now, what the hell did that just mean?
You just broke the
If you can
internet.
understand that, if you can understand that, that means you are mastering modes with friends, and congratulations. Man.
Congratulations.
He's using the 4 as a flat 7 of a 5. All right.
That's the power of Mixolydian.
Exactly, and that's just kind of the power of like knowing your crap too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
like
know your crap or craft.
Oh, I took crap, but yeah, I guess it both works. Yeah. All right. So again, turning a 4 into the flat 7 of a 5.
Yes.
It's a very loaded statement right there. What I mean though, so if I'm on the 5 chord, right, the flat 7 of a 5 chord is right here, right?
Yep.
And in this A, this flat 7 would be a G.
It would.
So if I take what's special about this mode, the flat 7, and turn that into a chord, if I chordify that,
yes.
what do I end up? I end with a G.
G.
Major, because the 4 is a major chord. So I took the flat 7 note, made it its own. Well, I didn't.
Yeah,
I definitely
you might get a call from Jimmy Page.
Yeah, right. Well, who knows if Jimmy actually did it. But yeah. And then I went there.
Yeah.
Okay? And there's nary a 1 to be seen.
What?
There's no
yeah.
D?
Yeah, there's no D in there.
Yeah, so that's what makes it so awesome.
And in my opinion, that's a true Mixolydian riff. It's just like, hey, we're going to take the 1 out. We talk about this in our modes of friends.
To make something modal, just stay away from the 1 and you'll get the sound of something
Throw
else
it out.
more often.
What
than
a
not.
killer riff, right? Ooh. Messed up there, but it's okay.
Whatever, yeah.
Such a good riff.
So anyways, that's kind of just how I would break down 4 sticks. We're not even going to talk about the synth part. You know, we might talk about that another time.
Another time.
Whatever,
we might. But, not in conclusion, we can keep going, but the reality of the scenario is some of Led Zeppelin's killer riffs, Mixolydian.
Think about it.